My dream is to be a game designer. The very best, like no one ever was. I've been online since I was about 4 years old. That means I have a lot of experience in software development, web design, the internet. I'm basically a full stack developer without credentials. The reason for that is because I was in the military as a mechanic slash electrician up until a little while ago, which I was medically discharged for something called ankylosing spondylitis. And if you want to know what that is, Google it. Yeah. And one of the last things that I got to do in the military was I was hired into a unit that focused on computer-based training. And effectively, what I got to do was build virtual reality games for other mechanics to learn how to fix stuff. And that was a lot of fun. But I also learned a lot of things that are completely useless in regular life, civilian life, like the entire SCORM specification. That's way too much for me to explain in a few minutes. You should Google that if you even care. But, you know, the people that are supposed to work with it, that are supposed to know what it is, they don't know what it is. They don't care. I don't know if they don't care. I just know that they don't know what it is. And I know this because everybody that I've talked to that are supposed to know what it is don't know what it is. I'm sure somewhere there's like a development team that knows what SCORM is, how it's supposed to work, etc., etc. But outside that team, everybody's pretty clueless on how it's supposed to work. Today, I would like to talk about Nazis. Before the COVID orders hit, I did a presentation on UI design for the unit that I was working for. I gave out examples of good design and bad design. And I even showed one of the projects that I was working on where I made a bad UI design choice. I thought it was very intuitive, but nobody could figure it out. I don't have that example with me, but it was basically a knob. And I thought that dragging the mouse left to right would be intuitive. But then everybody else treated it like it was actually a knob. And they're like, why doesn't it rotate? And I'm like, what would you think to rotate it? It sounds stupid when I say it out loud, but, you know, it happens. One of the bad examples that I showed out was an old conspiracy theory website, like from 2001, 2005 timeframe. It's like not even dark web. Like people that aren't online would consider that website to be like dark web stuff. It wasn't. Like, it was just normal internet stuff. And so I'm showing this website. I don't have it for display, but, you know, I've already said it twice. I'll say it 3 times. Go look it up. I'm sure you could find it. So I showed this website. I brought it up. And one of my supervisors stand up. He says, this is allowed on government computers? And I was like, yeah, but don't go down that rabbit hole. And he said, I'm going down that rabbit hole. And he's writing down this URL. And I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go down that rabbit hole. And then he said that he's going to do it after work. So I continued on with my presentation. I finished it up. And again, I didn't think of it at the time, but on this website were some very, very, very old pictures of military members abusing detainees. Again, you know, 2001 to 2005, maybe 2009 time period, like really old stuff. And that is when I learned that nobody knows what the internet is. Nobody's been online. All of this stuff that we learned a long time ago, everybody's forgotten it. Either they hope that it was fixed or whatever. It wasn't, and nobody's looking. A few weeks later, a directive came down from the highest military office, and it said the entire U.S. military is to stand down because they found white supremacists in the military and they needed to do sensitivity training. Now, what I didn't say before this was that was also the same time frame as the attack / protest on our U.S. Capitol. But I would like to choose that I had a hand in revealing something that everybody forgot. I want to believe that I changed the world on accident. And I hope that they don't think that I'm a Nazi for showing that website to the squadron. Thanks.